Welcome to this call. Welcome to this webinar. My name is Andre Campbell, speaking to you out of South Florida. Want to welcome everyone to this webinar, and definitely want to welcome you, the new person who, someone thought enough of you to share this information with you. Right now, what's going on, we found a way to help people around the world. As a matter of fact, in over 120 countries, there's a phenomenon going on right now. And I tell people, I believe we live in the best time in the history of the world to get wealthy, to create wealth, to get rich. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason I'm super excited is because we found a way to help people turn their phones into ATMs. Now, before I get started very quickly, I want to go over something called the cash flow quadrant. You may or may not have heard of this gentleman, Robert Kiyosaki. When I first saw this information, I was really blown away with it because I didn't even realize I was in a quadrant. And what he basically did, he said that there's basically four ways that we all earn income. Either on the left side as an employee or in self-employed, or on the right side, which is a business owner and or investor. Now, the thing I want you to understand about this quadrant very simply is that on the left side of the quadrant, this is where 95% of people are today. They're either an employee or an investor. Employee, someone, I used to be one, was trading my time for money. I came in at old dog 30, worked late, and the thing I didn't like about it, I have very few tax benefits, and I got paid the same salary over and over because you know what? I was getting paid at the position. It didn't matter how much I worked over, how much I did above and beyond. That was it. Then I went on to become self-employed. Here, I found myself pretty much just buying my own job because I was working twice as hard as when I was previously an employee. Now, some people who are self-employed, they may make great income, but many of them have very little time because pretty much they're doing everything. On the left side of the quadrant, 95% of the people, but you know what? Only 5% of the wealth, only 5% of the money, the income. This is why so many people right now are struggling to get by with the salaries. What we're going to show you to do tonight is to get on the right side of the money. Over here, a business owner. As a business owner, you now have an income producing system that's bringing you money and income to you and your family, whether you're sleeping at the mall, the beach, or spa, whatever it is. Last side of this quadrant, where only 1% of the people are, here is the investor quadrant. Here's where people now have the power of leverage and their money is making money for them. Now, unlike the left side where 95% of the people were, guess what? On the right side, only 5% of people, but you know what? 95% of the wealth. So if you want to get wealthy, don't do what the average and ordinary people are doing every day. It's that simple, I choose to do a few extraordinary things every day that the majority of people aren't doing. And that's why I have the lifestyle and income that most people don't. Now, what are we doing? We found a way to utilize something called the foreign exchange or the Forex market. Now, what I want you to understand about this, I know you're new, you may not have heard this before. At one time, I was the same way. If you ever traveled, get off the airplane, the airport, the first thing you see is currency exchange. I want you to understand that every country has their own currency. In the US, we have the dollar. Canada has a Canadian dollar. Japan has a yen, a Great British pound, Aussie, Swiss franc. Every country. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the largest financial market in the entire world, on the planet. This is where the money supply is. This is where all the wealth is. We've heard that term, that money makes the world go round. Well, this is a market. Now, this is something you may or may not have known. Your bank, the hedge funds, and the insurance companies, they've been making a ton of money in this industry for years. This is nothing new. It was just new to us. And right now, because of technology, smartphones, tablets, computers, the information can no longer be kept a secret unless you're not wise enough to acquire it and then put it to work for you. This market right now trades 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, from about Sunday evening to Friday evening. And you could do it pretty much on any device and anywhere in the world that you have internet access. Now, you know the market, right? What we did, we partnered with a company called imarketslive, or IML for short. Now, what makes this company different, this company is an education platform throughout the world that's teaching people like you, like myself, like many other on this call, in this webinar. We have people on here right now at the time of this recording from all over the world, the UK, Germany, Netherlands, South Africa, the States. And people are learning in the comfort of their home, on a cell phone, on a tablet, on a computer, how to navigate these financial markets. IML is a debt-free company. It's an amazing company, amazing software, and it's an educational company. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all about education. It's been said that people who give themselves the ability to learn the most. Those who don't, they close the doors of opportunity over and over. Now, I'm sure you would agree, anything that's successful has great leadership. This company was founded by my friend and business partner, Mr. Chris Terry. He's a CEO, Chief Executive Officer, awesome gentleman, very personable. He just wasn't a guy with a lot of money who said, you know what, I'm going to start a trading company. He is a multi-million-dollar trader who was already very successful. And then he and his wife, Isa Delatorre, they came together with a mindset, you know what, let's put together a vehicle, an educational platform where we can now teach and empower other people around the world. Isa Delatorre, she was one of the first Latino executives on Wall Street. She has all the series licenses. She keeps a company on the right track with all the regulations and everything, and to make sure we're taking this thing into years to come. Alex Morton, young executive VP, traveling the world with Ivan Tapia to really spearhead this company and make sure that IML is on the upswing. Now, very quickly, let me tell you a few of the things that makes this company unique. And the first thing I'm going to tell you what IML is not. IML is not an investment company. This means you're not going to send any money to IML. You're not going to give any money to IML to invest. IML, once again, is an educational platform that's going to put the power back in your hands so you can learn to do it like yourself, like myself, like many others of us have learned. Now, the great thing about this company also is we're going to show you how to open up your own broker account. Now, this means you're the one always in 100% control of your money. You're the only one that can put your funds into a broker account. And guess what? You're the only one that can take the funds out. We're going to show you how you could trade on your device from anywhere in the world, how to get into trades, how to get out of trades, how to understand these markets that right now are really just changing the lives of so many people around the world. Let's show you how this is done. Now, for those of you who have pen and paper, you're taking down copious notes, this is what I want you to understand. When I first looked at this information, I knew exactly nothing about it. I didn't know what it was. All I understood was that it was making $5.3 trillion every single day. And I said, wait a minute, anything that's generating that kind of income, that kind of capital, there's definitely opportunity in there. So I wanted to know right now, not next week, how do I get started? How do I learn this? What IML has done, they've put together something called the IML Academy. We've all heard this saying that knowledge is power. I want you to understand, and you probably already know that only applied knowledge is power. The IML Academy is where you get the knowledge, is where you get the information. This is where you get the secrets of the banks. It's filled with pre-recorded videos. Watch them at your own leisure, multiple languages, sit back and relax. And this is what I can tell you. If you spend about an hour a day in about 28 to 38 days, you'd have went through this entire academy. Now, you may or may not know, many people spend an average of 4 to 7 hours a day watching television, which I call the automatic income reducer. Because most people are just watching other rich people on TV make even more money. It's time for us to educate ourselves and put that power in our own hands. Once again, the IML Academy is where you're going to get the knowledge and the information. Take about at least 1 hour a day, 28 to 38 days, it's over. What I did, as soon as I saw this, I was spending 3 or 4 hours a day because I wanted to make money fast, not later. While you're going through the academy, I know some of you say, you know what, Andre, I like hands-on training. I'm the kind of person, I need someone to show me this. Guess what? We have the IML TV, which I believe is the #1 component of IML. And the reason why, you have real live experts 7 days a week, multiple languages, holding your hand, going through and teaching you and showing you trade setups, helping you understand the information that you're learning in the IML Academy, helping you learn how to apply it. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't get any better than this. I mean, you could be on your cell phone, tablet, or computer anywhere in the world, come home after job, it doesn't matter if you have one job, two jobs, doesn't matter what it is. Sit back, listen to these experts teach you, pour into you, and train you on what people are doing around the world, what your bank right now is doing with your funds. You know what? When the banks make money with your money, all they give you is 0.0 whatever percent. I mean, it's almost laughable. It almost should be illegal, the money they're making. Here you have the same ability if, once again, you take advantage of it. Definitely get into IML TV every day. We have people who have gone through the IML Academy and IML TV, and they're earning tremendous amounts of income with this information. Truly very powerful. Now, everything I just talked about is basically the information that's going to show you how to learn the information. Now, while you're learning, here's one of the great things, right? IML understands that many people are busy. Life happens. People have families, different things. What IML does while you're learning the information, it has tools and proprietary software that help assist you in your trading, which shortens the learning curve so you can truly begin to earn while you're learning. Unlike when I was going to school, I was just paying out, student loans, paying for this, paying for that. I didn't earn a penny. Here, unlike a traditional education, we have people, we give them the ability to truly earn while they are learning. Now, the first thing I want to go over is something called the harmonic scanner. And this is a very powerful piece of software. Think of it as your own personal assistant. All it does, very simply, it looks back historically over patterns that have happened in the past. And it gives you a heads up. Hey, this may happen again in the future. We have people who have taken this thing and have simply turned small amounts of money into fortunes. And you may or may not have met some of them in our company, in our teams. If you have not, you'll definitely be, given an opportunity to hear from some of them. Now, the thing about this software also, what I want you to understand, it looks at everything for you. It looks at the amount of income, the capital in your account, tells you when to get into a trade, when to get out of a trade, where to place your protective stops that protect you in the markets, and more importantly, even where to cash out and to take profits. Once again, that is the IML harmonic scanner.
He says, go to zoom.com and put in that 100K.
Now, the next thing I'm going to go over is something called the Web Analyzer. Now, the Web Analyzer is a new piece of software we have. And all I'm going to tell you about this thing is it rings like a cash register, ching, ching. It gives about 30 to 80 signals a day. And what that means is it's telling you, hey, here is a potential trade setup in the market. Here is a potential for you to profit. We have people who've been trading 10, 20, 30 years, vast amounts of knowledge who are joining because of this piece of software. What it does simultaneously, it looks at multiple currency pairs on multiple time frames, and it gives us these award-winning trade setups. Very powerful piece of software. That's the IML Web Analyzer. Now, also, one of the great things about the company I love, as I said, the CEO, Chris Terry, they call him the LeBron of trading, been trading over 20 years, used to charge people as much as $10,000, $15,000 just for weekend sessions. My question to you is this. When is the last time a multimillionaire has said to you, hey, you know what? I want to help you earn. I want to help you learn. I want to show you exactly how to do it. This is what he does with something called the swing trades, sends out video recordings of certain trade setups, explaining to you why he's getting into the market, why he's holding, why he's getting out of the market. And it's in video, so not only you're hearing, you can see it visually, and you can replay it over and over again. And we get these weekly, very, very powerful. Now, one of the ways that IML is utilizing technology, which I believe really levels the playing field, is with something called swipe trades. Swipe trades is simply an app. If you have a mobile phone these days, almost everyone does, you may be used to utilizing apps. What IML does with its app, you download it on your phone. There are expert traders sitting in the background who are doing all the analysis, all the fundamentals, doing all the work. All you're doing is copying and pasting, which gives you the ability to profit. Very, very powerful. And with this app, we're having, it seems like every week, just record amounts of wins. What I want you to understand about trading is this. Yes, there are going to be losses. This isn't something you're just going to win, 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 win. But what we do, we take small losses and bigger wins. That is the key. If I'm risking $10 to earn 20, 30, 40, 50, I keep doing that. Just do the math. This is what happens with our swipe trades. You're getting professional trades set up from experts behind the scene, to give you the trades, give you what they're seeing, giving you the ability to profit. Once again, you can do this on your phone. You never have to go to a meeting. You never have to go through any extensive training. Once you know how to set this up, we have simple videos that show you how to do this. Copy and paste. I can enter a trade on this copy and paste in about maybe 10, 15 seconds. That's it. Once you learn it, like anything else, it becomes easy over and over. Now, another big thing that's going on right now, you may or may not heard of cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. Cryptocurrencies right now are the phenom of the financial markets. And the reason is it's changing the way that people utilize money, send money, and all the big corporations, all the big banks are jumping on board. Guess what? We added Swipe Coin. Swipe trades are giving you trades from the Forex market. Swipe Coin is giving you trades on your phone that you copy and paste from the cryptocurrencies, the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, all the crypto markets. And what I want you to understand, that Bitcoin is only one of about 1,600 coins. There's tons of them. Once again, if none of this makes any sense to you, just understand that with this system, you can truly turn your mobile phone, your cell phone, into an ATM machine if you're willing to learn. As far as a company, as far as a team, we have tremendous training and support. I've never seen anything with so much training, so much support. We have online, we have offline, we have live meetings. We even have a 7-figure mentorship call. You can get on there. 6 and 7, 8-figure earners are pouring out their experience, what they've done. Company at the time of recording is less than 80,000 people around the world. We're on a mission to bring in 1 million new customers, 1 million new people, help 1 million new families learn how to navigate these markets and take advantage of them. Now, very quickly, how do you get started? Because I know someone's saying, well, Andre, I was ready to get started a long time ago. It's very, very simple. This is what I want you to understand. We have a membership called the Platinum Package. The Platinum Package is only $195 one time and $145 a month plus tax, depending on where you're located. And what you'll get, you're going to get the IML Academy, once again, where the knowledge is, IML TV, where we show you how to apply that knowledge, the powerful harmonic scanner, and the daily swing trades from the multi-millionaire earner, CEO Chris Terry himself. Now, this is what I want you to understand. If you're looking at this and saying, you know what, I don't have $145 a month to access this education, to access these tools. This is what I want to say to you. If you've been working the last 5 to 10 years and you don't have an extra $145 a month, that means that whatever you're doing is not working because you didn't even save an average of $10 or $20 a month over the last 5 to 10 years. And that's something to really think about because you know what? If you keep doing what you've always been doing, you're going to keep getting the same results. My goal personally is to help you learn how to earn an extra $145 a day so it's no risk. Along with that, you can also a la carte the swipe trades. If you want to get the swipe trades separately, the web analyzer, swipe coins, or you can do like myself and many others did, about $250 one time, about $190 a month. Just get everything together, learn everything, use everything, giving you a powerful ability to profit in the markets. Now, the company also went a step further. And you know what they said? They said, hey, Andre, when you get started and you're pleasantly surprised with the results, you're liking the training, you're liking the fact that you're earning and have the ability to navigate these markets, this is what the company will do. Any 2 customers that I referred, they said your membership is free. I did this my first day. I got on the phone and called people, hey, I found a way to make money like the banks. You got to look at this. And I was 2 for free. It's very, very simple. People who are looking for opportunity, they're like dust. They're everywhere. People need to pay their phone bills, their rent, their mortgage, cost of living. I mean, we watch the news, we see what's going on out there. People are really looking for a way to just have simply more options in life. Now, everything I just went over is just doing with learning and earning, using the tools, using the softwares, and giving yourself the ability to take a small amount and turn it into a large amount. Now, we always tell people that past results are no guarantee of future performance. However, you're going to hear some powerful things tonight, and to give yourself a way to stretch your mind to the possibilities of also what's possible for you. Because you know what? If it happened for one, it can happen for another. Now, before I bring on tonight's guest, what I'm going to go over very quickly here is another part of the company, which is a profit sharing portion. What I want you to understand, this part is totally optional. I'm going to repeat that. This is totally optional. You don't have to do it. You never have to tell anybody about IML. You don't have to share it with anybody. You can begin with the information I showed you previously, learn and earn. However, if you like to share good news, if you like to help other people, the company says this. The companies are not spending any money on advertising, ads or anything like that. The company profit shares with us as we begin sharing the good news and helping other people learn. As a matter of fact, if someone was doing this and didn't tell me about this, I wouldn't think they were a good friend, because it's truly been life-changing. Here, you can see some of us, we've hit certain ranks in the company just by helping different people around the world. Myself, I'm very humbled and honored to be awarded the Blue Chairman's Jacket by here helping at least 500 families throughout the world. And I did that with the help of some amazing people, Gregory White, Alan Holt, Eric, Yvette McCrae, my right-hand man over there in the UK, Ahmed Yolande, and we have a lot of people just coming in and navigating and doing the same thing. Here's what happens. If you decide to become what's called an IBO, independent business owner, it's only an additional $15 a month. That's it. Well, the company simply says, hey, for everyone that you personally enroll, they're going to give you a team builder bonus of $35. As you go through the ranks and other people begin to do the same thing, you're going to get overrides of $10, $5, and it continues. This is paid out weekly every single Friday. The money comes in, it doesn't stop. Many of us use these funds, put it back into the market, flip it, and make even more income. Now, once you personally sponsor just 3 people, that could be anywhere in the world in 120 countries, congratulations, you are a Platinum 150. You've hit the first rank in the company just by referring 3 people, 3 customers, right? Here, 150, they're going to pay you $150 a month, $37.50. This is paid out weekly. I love getting paid weekly. When that grows to a team of 12 people, once again, you told 3 people that you wanted to help. That grew to a team of 12 by them doing the same thing. Here, you're Platinum 600. Congratulations, $600 a month, $150 a week. What I want you to understand about this position here, you just gave yourself a $7,200 a year raise. Now, my question to you is this. What do you have to do if you have a job tomorrow to go in and ask for a $7,200 a year raise? Chances are it's not going to happen. Here, just by helping 3 people who helped a few other people, team of 12, here you made it happen. When that grows to a team of 30 people, congratulations, Platinum 1000. They're now paying you $1,000 extra a month, $250 a week. As you can see from this chart, it just keeps getting gooder and gooder. Platinum 2000, $2,000 a month, $500 a week. Platinum 5000, very, very important rank. I remember when I hit this rank and I felt really good, once again, with the help and the efforts of my awesome, amazing team, everyone who's just come in this thing and really run with me. Here, I began earning $60,000 a year, $1,250 a week. Now, you know what? I know a lot of people who work in 40 hours and plus, and they're not earning $60,000 a year. I know people come out of college with degrees right now, degreed up, all these degrees, and they're not pulling $60K a year. Here, just by helping 225 families, 225 people, once again, you help 3, and we show you how to help those 3,
it begins to grow, duplicate exponentially all around the world. The first executive rank in the company is the Chairman 10. Here, the company is paying you $10,000 every month, $2,500 every single Friday, like clockwork. Once again, congratulations. I had the honor of hitting this rank. And the next rank, Chairman 25, I'm this close to that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's $6,250 every single Friday. The people who took the time and the effort to tell me about this amazing platform, my friend and business partner, Mr. Lawrence Young and Ms. Tamara Young, they're now at Chairman 50, $50,000 a month, $12,500 every single Friday. You know why? They took the time, effort, and energy to share, to pour into other people's lives, and to give people the ability to learn about this. It goes all the way to the top, Chairman of 500. We have 3 people right now who've already hit that rank. That is $125,000 every Friday. If it gets any better than that for doing this, somebody tell me about it. And the company also has additional ranks and bonuses here as you hit different ranks. Unlike when I had a job doing the same thing, hey, when I hit Chairman 10, they said, hey, Andre, here's an additional $5,000. Congratulations for taking the time, effort, and energy to share IML with other people. That last rank, the rank and bonus, the Infinity rank and bonus, very, very powerful bonus. And all I can tell you, that bonus is more than some people earn in a year. Now, I know I give you a lot of information. What I want you to understand, the person who invited you here is also going to give you websites. We have all kinds of videos where you can go back and look at this information. I know I talk pretty fast. I'm super excited. And we got a lot of information to get tonight. And I don't want to take too much time before I bring on tonight's special guest. So once again, for those of you who are new, you're looking at this, definitely get back with our friend, our business partner who thought enough of you to share this with you. Get signed up, get your back office. We're going to give you your own back office, access to all the information. Get into IML Academy, get on IML TV, begin using the tools and the services. Learn how to utilize the same technology that's taken away jobs to empower yourself, to empower your family, to begin giving yourself the potential to really earn and create generational wealth. Now, what I'm going to do at this time, I'm going to go right into it, and I'm going to unmute these lines. I know I have them muted. And then I'm going to unmute them. Okay. I'm going to ask anyone who's not speaking to definitely keep yourself muted. We don't want to get any background noise in here. And let me put a good slide on this thing to keep everything out, the background noise muted up. And ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to bring on someone who I've got a ton of respect for. One of the reasons many new people on this call tonight, and this is actually a young lady. You may or may not know that this industry of trading used to be a male-dominated industry. It was primarily comprised of men. But you know what? Today, some of the best traders in the world happen to be women. So if you're a woman listening to this call, or you have a wife or girlfriend or someone, this is something you definitely want to pay attention to. Now, I had the privilege of meeting this young lady not long ago, and she has a very intriguing story of how she came to where she is today, you know, how she got involved in trading and Forex. And what I want you to also understand that she's only 21 years old. I was blown away when I heard that. And right now she's responsible for helping a lot of people. She's a leader. She's someone who's very diligent. She's someone who really had the vision to understand at such a young age of what this industry, what this market could do. At 21, I definitely didn't have that insight like she has. So don't allow the age to be a barrier to you possibly learning something from someone that can really change your life. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to present this someone, introduce to others, Miss Lorraine Loss. Let me see if she made it to the call tonight. If you're there, unmute yourself. Okay, let me see if I still have everyone on mute. I'm on mute. Okay, hold on. Have a listen. Okay, see if you can unmute yourself now, Lorraine.
There we go. Can you guys hear me?
Hey, we can hear you loud and clear, Superwoman. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on this call tonight. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. I've been thrilled. Looking forward to it this whole weekend, actually. pretty excited to share my story with other people.
Well, listen, we're glad to have you. And, you and I talk all the time.
Yeah.
And, people always ask me, Andre, is this stuff real? Can people really learn? Can people really earn? And of course, I always tell them, yes, I've done it myself personally, and I know many others, but you have a very unique story because of the amount of time that you've put in and the success you've had in such a short period of time and the phenomenal amount of success that you're having. So we have a lot of people on here and they're interested in see who you are. Give them a little background, where you're from and where you are today, where you went to high school, what you did.
Right. I mean, my name is Lorraine, just like Andre has introduced. I'm from South Florida, actually, native to the area and the region still. I think it's a pretty beautiful place, so I might just stay here. And basically, I got started pretty early at the age of 18, right out of high school. But I didn't get started with Forex. I ended up selling insurance policies. That was my first kind of taste of the financial world because in order to provide a comprehensive package to my clients, I needed to get a Series 6 license. So I kind of, dipped my feet in the water a little bit about the financial world and how it really works. And then one day it actually came to me. I was wasting time on social media and I got an ad about Forex. And from there, it just took off. I was totally interested. I watched a ton of videos. I ended up practicing day in and day out, hours on end, hours on end. At this point, I wasn't wasting my time anymore on social media. I was trying to get the knowledge as quickly as I possibly could because I wanted to learn how to get a skill that could never be taken from me. And it's a
Wow.
skill that I could use for life.
Wow.
Initially, I wanted it to kind of pay for tuition. I was attending a private university, pretty pricey, and I wanted to pay for the tuition, but it's just like ballooned into something far more substantial than I could have ever pictured in my whole entire life. So I'm thankful that I had the willpower and the strength to actually go through and figure it out on my own. I wish I had kind of the support system that everybody else had with the IML Academy and the IML TV, just because I would have had somebody that had the experience to help me along the way. But I kind of had to figure out everything myself, and I ended up losing a lot of money, like a lot of money, more than I could have afforded at the time. But I'm thankful that I stuck with it, and I didn't let that, deter me from the success that I'm at now. And now, with my team, I help other people and people around me make money straight from their phones like I have. And hopefully they can get the experience and the knowledge to change their lives for the better with this information like I have for mine.
Wow. Well, great. Well,
Yeah.
let me ask you something. You said something very important there. You said, you took the time to commit and to learn. And one of the things that, I've found, I've been with IML now, we just made a year, that sometimes people come in and they have the expectation, they want to, Andre, I need to make money. I want to make a lot of money. I want to learn. But what I found sometimes is people don't have the commitment to learning. I have a saying that everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. And what I've found, unfortunately, some people, they talk right and they walk left. So just touch on that real quickly. You said, so you came in and you actually began learning yourself what you were self-taught because, like you said, you didn't even have IML when you first began, but you made a commitment to yourself to really learn, right?
Correct. Absolutely. I wanted success to the point where I could almost taste it every single day. The closer I would watch more videos, I was spending about 4 or 6 hours just watching a ton of videos, taking notes and applying what I was learning. It does take a lot of time. I know I'm kind of like one of those flukes of nature kind of, but it's possible that I was self-taught and was able to catch it in, less than a year's time. And that has helped me a lot, but it does take a lot of time. The average person, I would say, if you're not putting in 4 to 6 hours like I was, if you're only putting 1 to 2 hours, it may take you a little longer, but don't let that deter you from the success that lies ahead. Earlier today, I'll just share really quick. Of course, past results don't guarantee future success, but it is possible. This weekend, I actually opened an account that had $1,000 in it. And again, past results do not guarantee any future success. I have to make that very clear because I'm kind of a phenomenon. And I opened a trade and I easily got to $5,000 in profit within 16 hours. After that, I flipped it and doubled it to $10,000. Currently today, I'm actually at, I'll show you guys right now. I don't know how too well you guys will see it. I'm currently at about $20,000 or so in profit right now, and I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting here having this webinar here. And again, like I said, past results do not guarantee future success. But this is one of these trades that I've actually provided to my team and my members. And so now not only am I succeeding, we're all succeeding. And I think that's the greatest gift that you can actually give, success to those around you.
Wow. So hold on. Let me get this straight now, because I know some people are on here thinking, what is that, a demo account? Is it a live account? So let's come back. So first of all, that's a live account, right? Real money, right?
Demo doesn't pay the bills. Doesn't pay the bills at all.
What my shirt says, Pips pay my bills.
Yes.
This is real. This is live. Pips pay the bill. So let's recap now. So you opened up an account. So for people who don't know, some people who are new watching this, so right. What you did, you took $1,000, you put into your own broker account. You funded it, right?
Yeah, that was my money.
On Sunday, right?
I funded it on Saturday. On a Saturday. And I put a trade on Saturday night really quickly because I saw the move happen. Mm-hmm. But I was a little tardy to the party, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna miss any more. Right. Went on in and entered the trade. About 16 hours passed. I went to bed, woke up at about like 2 p.m. The usual. And looked at my phone. I was like, oh man, it actually progressed. And I closed it. So then I was in profit.
So wait a minute. You can make money while you were sleeping? You put a trade in, you were able to go to sleep and make money? Wow.
Yeah.
Sleep money.
Sleep money. I think the best money you can ever make in your life is money while you sleep.
Exactly. Now, I just heard you say something. So you say you put that trading on Saturday. So for those people who don't know, some people may say, well, Forex is, usually from Sunday to Friday. How would you trade on Saturday? Tell them what market you were trading in on Saturday.
I'm kind of a bit of a cryptocurrency genius here. So I was actually trading Bitcoin. Cryptocurrencies are open in the market 24/7, but the foreign exchange market is open 24/5. So on the weekends when Forex is closed, you go straight to Bitcoin.
Wow. So 24/7. So if I'm hearing this right, with the information you've learned and knowledge that you possess, you could basically go into the market any day and have the potential of profit?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? A lot of people on Sunday, you go to church in the morning and then you hang out with your family after that. Can you imagine actually making $10,000, hanging out with your family, enjoying your Sunday dinner, things like that, actually having your life back? I think that's what the major thing is. You get your freedom back. You don't have to keep working so hard and exchanging your time for money. Now you actually make your money work for you. That's the best part about the foreign exchange market. And that's kind of how my values have been throughout my whole life. I want to do smart work, not hard work.
Very, very powerful. Very true. That's one of the things I love about it. I tell people all the time. It gives us more options. If we want to travel, we want to go here, we want to go there. And speaking about traveling, let everyone know that the Lorraine, actually the time of this recording, tomorrow night, she's going to be at one of our live events in South Florida, actually doing some training. And she's going to have a lot more webinars coming up. So you'll be able to get in touch with her. A lot of people definitely want to, pull on her sleeve to get some expertise. Now, I heard a story of how you ended up in Australia. Share that story with people for us.
I wish I actually, I didn't buy the main piece of this story, but I might go to the store tomorrow. So essentially, and I don't know if Mr. Greg White is on the call right now, but I have to thank him so much for introducing me to this information and really showing it to me and actually following up with me. But I actually was in the store one day with my friends, and we, they have like desk ornaments and stuff like that. And they ended up having this globe, mini globe, no more than 6 inches tall. And we were joking, just like, hey, spin the globe and point with your eyes closed, and wherever it lands, that's where you got to go. And I closed my eyes, spun the globe, and just ended up pointing right on Australia. And I said, all right, see you guys later. And I ended up in Australia. But it was that easy for me to get up and go. And that's because I had the finances and the power to do so. I don't think anybody could typically do that today with their job. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing story. And as you said, our very own Greg G. Money White, He's the one that took the time and introduced us to you. And as a matter of fact, how did you and Greg connect?
We have a mutual friend, actually. I heard my
Mm.
friend from high school,
Mm.
he tutors his daughter, I believe, in math. And he was just like, hey, you know, I know a girl that does exactly what you're doing, but she's crazy at it. She's crazy good at it.
Mhm.
And from there, we exchanged numbers and things like that. And Greg called me, and I was like, Greg, I don't know what time it is where you're at, but it's like 2 a.m. here, you know, the 13-hour difference.
Mhm.
And so from there, I was just like, call me back. We'll meet you halfway with the time zones and things like that. And from there, he's been giving me the information. And I'm thankful that he actually contacted me. Like you said earlier, somebody actually took the time to show you this information. And if they didn't, it would have been a bad friend, right? So
Exactly.
I feel the same way.
Exactly. Wow. So let me ask you a question, Lorraine. And then before I go into, a lot of people want to know exactly what you're doing, how you're doing it. What would you say to the person who's looking at this and they have no financial background, they don't know anything about cryptos, they don't know anything about Forex, and they're just saying, you know what, but I'd like a way to learn and to get started. What would you say to them, you know, just giving your experience?
You're actually, those type of people, they're actually the best types of people to be in that seat right now. Having a blank slate allows you to absorb just everything. When you kind of have things written on it and somebody tells you something else as opposed to what you might have heard in passing or things like that, it gets jumbled up. Trust me, it does. Especially when I was trying to learn it, I would watch one video and the guy would say this, and then another video, another guy says this, and I was just like, what do I do? So having that blank slate actually gives you the best position for the education that's offered with this program. Definitely. Absolutely.
Wow, that's tremendous. I definitely agree too, because I found the same thing. That people who are, you know, brand new and open actually learn the best. They don't have any bad habits, you know.
Yes, you
What
don't
they
have any bad
think they
habits.
know.
You know
Exactly.
that saying, it's hard to bend an old tree?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. So as far as trading, right? Let's say on a weekly basis, of course you're doing this full time now. What's the average amount of time you'd say you spend trading?
Nowadays, I want to say I spend, let's see, I have to think about it. Because a lot of it's on the go. I'm kind of in passing. I'm experienced at this point. So I have that kind of like, my eyes are trained. I can look and I can see what I'm looking for. And it takes less than 5 minutes most of the time. I think on average, I want to say I put 3 hours total from all the days. But in the beginning, it took me forever. I was at the computer. I was seated there for hours, waiting. Is this the right chance? Is this the right? Oh, that was the chance. You know, like definitely, if you're an experienced trader, you've gone through those motions. On average, though, I want to say it takes me 3 hours. But like I said, my eyes are well trained for it. I put in more hours than I could count, especially in the beginning. But once you get that in the motion and practice, your eyes become trained.
Wow, wow. So I know one of the questions where a lot of people want to know, how long did it take you before you went over that $1 million mark? Because a lot of people don't know that you are, you know, $1 million earner in trading, not from building a team, just the pure knowledge of what you have, compounding and growing your money. So from the time you began, how long did it take you to do that?
I want to say it took me just shy of a year, like right before my birthday. My birthday's at the end of the year. So I think I want to say like 11 months, like just shy. And when it happened, I was just like, oh, you know, kind of like I knew it was going to happen clearly, but I just didn't know it was going to happen. It was a very odd set of emotions. The
Right.
first million is definitely the hardest because after that, you have a million to use as leverage. And after that, it just gets easier. And then you could, you know, be in a trade for 2 minutes and, you know, use that to your advantage with your account balance. So the first one's always the hardest. It's getting there. That's the hard part, and the beginning of the journey and sustaining the journey. But once you get to your goal, it becomes so much easier.
Wow. Well, congratulations on hitting that goal. And I know you just inspired a lot more people also to get there. I heard you mention the word leverage, right? And I know a lot of people, well, some of the people who are watching this, they don't understand what leverage is. And I heard you mention that, hey, now you have more leverage. So does that mean you're able to earn even more money now with even less effort because you have more money to work with.
That's exactly why I only spend about 3 hours total a week.
Wow. 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 So I don't want you to give us your biggest day, but just in the last period of time, what's the number that in one day you were able to earn, just earn a few days? I don't know how you do it in trading, just to give people an idea of the potential.
I'll give you a quick little snippet. I studying at school to be a neurosurgeon. On average, they make about $600,000 a year with good experience and knowledge and all this other stuff after 13 years of education. After I was able to make much more than that salary that I was trying to study to, do in school in about, a few days.
Wow.
And I felt very bittersweet. I was studying at school to do this, and I made the salary and the whole annual salary in about 4 days. And I was like,
Wow.
oh, well, I don't know how to feel about this. Should I keep going to school? Should I not?
Boy, talking about having more options. And we want people to understand,
Pretty life-changing information.
Yeah, past results are no guarantee of future performance. Just because of what I earn or Lorraine learns or Lawrence Young earns or Tim Holloman or Greg White does not mean that's going to happen for everyone. But we want everyone to understand what is possible in this market. We have people who have taken $10 and turned it into 10,000. We've had people who began with a lot more capital. So what I want people to understand is you can get in where you fit in. You don't have to have a lot of money to invest. As a matter of fact, we have brokers you can begin an account with $25, $100, even one with $10 and begin going. Another thing we stress to people is demo trade. Ladies and gentlemen, you have the ability to come in and practice trading before you go live, before you risk real money. Trading isn't risky. It involves risk. But however, so does life. And with big risk also comes big reward. And one of the things with IML is like the guide, the blueprint to guide you through. As you heard Lorraine say, had she had something like an IML when she first began, it had probably been a smoother process. Everything is streamlined and the information is organized. There are 1,000 different ways to trade, and there are 1,000 different people that can show you where to trade. However, if you have a system, a blueprint, there's a higher probability to get you to your goal. Lorraine, also, what else do you want people to know about the trading world? What do you see happening? Any future goals?
Future goals, real quick, since that was the last thing that you said. Right now, I'm actually trying to gain a lot of exposure and really kind of build myself. I want people to hear the amazing story that I have because, there's somebody out there that's, double, triple my age, probably struggling to make ends meet. And there's no reason why this information shouldn't be available to them at all. So right now, my main goal is to really branch out and get the exposure. Personally, if anybody's interested or wants to contact me, I could give them my number. I'm available usually 9 to 5 more often than not. I could put that in the chat and you guys just make sure you mention who you are because I get a lot of phone calls. So please just be like, hey, I was on that webinar. Please let me know. Let's see. What else did you mention? Goals?
Yeah, any goals or, what you see? What do you see happening with the markets in the future going forward? I mean, you're becoming an expert in cryptocurrencies. I mean, especially Bitcoin. I know you trade Bitcoin. That's your baby. Now, let me ask you this. I know people are wondering this also, right? How many different pairs do you focus on? Is it just Bitcoin primarily? Is it multiple pairs? Is it 20 pairs? What's your strategy kind of like?
Mm-hmm. So my strategy for those that kind of know a little bit about the trading realm, I like to use correlations. So it's kind of like a cheat sheet. So I trade about 6 pairs, but they're all based off the same currency. So with that, I kind of do one set of like work and then I profit from it 6 times or so. So it's about 6 pairs and they're usually all Asian just because they move quicker. I like to make money as soon as possible, especially like once you get into a bad habit of being in the market for 2 seconds. A lot of the time you gotta like find a pair that moves as quickly as possible. And also because I'm kind of up at 3 a.m. all the time. So it's one of those things.
Okay, so talking about 3 a.m., right? This sessions, because those of you who are listening, we have the London session around 3 a.m. We have the New York session 8 a.m. Eastern. Is it, if there's a particular session, is there a particular session that you favor more than others, or is it pretty much around the clock?
I only trade during the Asian session, which is about 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. That's it. That's all
Wow.
I do.
Okay, so during the Asian session from 7 p.m. Eastern to 3 a.m., right?
Yep.
And that's primarily with your few pairs, and then primarily executing on Bitcoin, right? Okay.
Bitcoin, I kind of make the exception where I could do the around the clock thing. Like if I glance at it and I see a setup, definitely gonna take it as opposed to, well, it's not 7 p.m. yet, you know?
Right, right. So let me ask you a question, right? Let's say I had a 9-to-5 job and I came home, and instead of watching television for 4 or 5 hours or Netflix, is it possible for me to begin trading, let's say 7, 8 p.m., and possibly by even 11, 12 o'clock going to bed and profiting in the markets? Is that possible?
Absolutely. I used to actually, when I was busy with school mainly, I was basically up from 9 to 5 at school. So it was technically my job. And what I would do was trade the Sydney session, which is from 7 p.m. to about 1 a.m. But if you cut it short at 11 p.m., you'll still be good to go. So that's like a tip. A lot of people think they have to wait till 1 a.m. Around 11 p.m., you should be good to go with the Sydney session and trade pairs like the Aussie and the New Zealand and things of that nature for that realm. So yes,
Wow.
you can, even right after work, make more money than you probably did at work and contemplate leaving.
Now I know someone is watching this and they're hearing this and they're like, man, where can I get this information? How do I learn it? And they may or may not have heard me say that IML Academy has the knowledge. IML TV has people like yourself, people who are doing phenomenal trading, actually holding our hands and showing us how to do this. So what would you say to the new person listening, or perhaps a person who's even been trading, they're struggling, they haven't really found their niche yet? What would you say to them about IML TV and IML Academy?
Definitely use IML TV just because you can tune in to your favorite person, just like you would to your favorite show, and learn how to actually use the market information and actually take the techniques that they're showing you and apply it to your own strategy. If you're struggling and you've been trading for a while, I recommend completely erasing your memory if you could. Completely start over. If it's not working with what you have right now and you're struggling, totally start over. But if you're brand new and if you're struggling, make sure you go to the IML TV. That's one of my favorite programs, actually, that they have the whole list and schedule of when and who it is, and you can tune in at that specific time, just like clockwork.
Wow, thank you. What I want to do right now, I want to bring in the man himself who is responsible for us even having access to you, even meeting you. This guy's my friend, my business partner. He's actually right now outside the state of Florida. He travels so much, I'm not even sure where he is right now. He called me today, hey, I'm jumping on the plane, and he just came back from Jamaica. And this man has a heart of gold and just really is on a mission to help a lot of people learn about trading, help people create generational wealth. So I know he's very busy, but let me see if Mr. Gregory G. Money White has made it a call tonight. I'm not sure if he's even on. Mr. White, Greg White, if you're there, unmute yourself. Okay, he may not be on. I'm not sure. I thought he was on, but if he is, we'll get back to him. Okay. Okay. Well, once again, for those of you who are in South Florida, Lorraine will be here tomorrow night in Inverry in Oakland at the office of Mr. Pastor Alan Holt. We're going to have a phenomenal meeting down there. And she's actually going to do some training. Let me see, who is this? Okay, she's going to do some training tomorrow. And she's going to be, Lorraine, you're going to be doing webinars and different things also, right? Because I know a lot of people are going to be, clamoring. And once they get that phone number, you better have a switchboard like AT&T, your own operator. People are going to be calling you left and right. Can I get some time to really learn? And back to trading, Lorraine. And, one thing I've learned that's helped me in my own trading, I've learned to master a few basic techniques like yourself. I went through the roller coaster, made money, lost a lot of money, trying to learn these markets to where after a while, it just made sense to me. You know, I found my sea legs, they say, and got my niche. And that's pretty much the lane I stick in. So as far as trading, you know, for the person who's, you know, perhaps even a new person, and they're looking to begin trading, are there any nuggets or any advice you'd give them? I know some people are long term, some people are short term, some people trade naked, some people use indicators, you know, some people rely just on the harmonic scanner alone, you know, or the web analyzer. Is there any advice that you would give the new trader just as far as trying to find their way?
You have to create a trading plan that is 100% you. So right now, I could tell you my trading plan. I wake up in the morning and I put on my Versace slippers and I get in my Versace robe. It's like a ritual. It's a ritual. I have to do this or else I will have a terrible day. Get in my Versace slippers and my Versace robe and I walk around and I work in that for a little bit and meditate and read a book for about 5 minutes and just cleanse my mind before I get ready for the day. That's how you have to start and then proceed with your trading. It might not work for you putting on the Versace slippers, but you have to create like your own kind of method that works for you. Find out what you need to do ritualistically to make that success. You know, I know some people, they do yoga first before they trade, and then they get in the mojo. Your mind has to be in the right place before you can trade, because if you're not mentally prepared, you're not going to be financially prepared for what the market has to throw your way. So you really get into this Zen kind of the right mindset for what you need to do.
Wow. Would Gucci slippers work?
No, Gucci won't work. It has to be the Versace slippers.
Got to be the Versace. Everybody hear that? Go out there and get those Versace slippers. Go get them. And that's important about the mindset. And that's one of the things in the IML Academy. They go over the psychology of trading, you know, to understand that you can't be emotional as a trader. And really, like you said, to clear our minds or go in. Now, I know some people, you know, and I've heard this, they go through things in life. They may be on the job, maybe with their family, and they try to get into the markets. And for whatever reason, what they were doing before is just not working. So I just heard you touch on that. So I'm sure you would tell those people to really be in the right mindset space before trading.
If you're not in the right mindset, I'll tell you what happened to me personally in the beginning when I started trading. I saw all those flashy pictures of everybody making money, and I was just getting started, and my average day I was making $2. Two whole dollars. I made sure I didn't spend it all in one place, you know? And it got to the point where I personally was slowly getting kind of bitter with myself, you know? It's kind of hard to admit, but at some point I was just like, why am I not getting it? Why is it not working for me? And I just, you know, it's almost essentially jealousy, really, is what ends up happening. You know, everybody's winning but me. What's wrong with me? Why is it not working for me? So once you kind of act like a racehorse, right, and you put your blinders on and focus on your lane and focus on mastering each skill and rearranging it to the way that works for you, creating a trading plan, creating a system that works the best for you, then you can begin to succeed. Because you can't succeed if your heart and your mind are not in the right place. And once I got rid of those thoughts and stopped worrying about what other people are doing, what they have, how much they're winning, and focused on myself, that's when I began to see success. And that is at that moment, my life completely turned around.
Wow. So you'd recommend people keep a trading log, you know, write down their trades, what they're going through, so they can look back over time and see their success and also the negatives also.
Yes, correct. I when I used to journal a couple months ago, actually, I recently stopped journaling. I would put the trade, what happened, et cetera, but I also put my mood. I don't think people do that. I'm really kind of into, you know, your body and your mind. We're all one, you know, we're all connected through and through our body. So if you only focus on one aspect, you're really missing the other side. But what was happening, you know, simple things end up happening, and somebody have road rage and it really put you in a bad mood and you keep thinking about it, Did something happen to you personally? Put what was happening. You'll begin to see that a lot of your losses happen when you're in distress. And for that, I'd say stop trading when you're in distress. Leave the chart alone. The market will always be there. And you don't want to add the stress of losing money onto whatever stress that you were having externally before you came.
Great information. We know by that. Don't trade when you're stressed. I know that one personally. Here is let's see, Melvin Huey is asking, what is the best time to trade in Cali time? I guess West Coast Pacific for London and Asian market. Anyone?
I think it's a 3-hour difference, right?
Right, 3-hour difference.
So instead of 7, you do 4 p.m. And instead of 3 a.m., you do 1 a.m. So that's for Asian, though.
Exactly.
So 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is the Asian session.
Exactly. Okay.
There's calculators for that. Don't let me use my brain over here. I don't know all the time zones.
Exactly. Hopefully Melvin got that. You just count back, Melvin. Exactly. Let me see if anyone else has a question here. If you have a question, type it in the chat box. We'll try to get Lorraine to answer for you.
Mm-hmm. And also, really quickly, I did type my phone number in the chat, but for those that never check it, because that used to be me, I'll give it to you right now. Make sure you tell me who you are, because I will not know who you are. So please, my phone number is 305-393-6908. Again, that's 305-393-6908. Send me a text because it's late and we're on the webinar right now. If you call me, that'll interrupt this, Send me a text. Tell me who you are. What team are you from? Tell me basic. How long have you been trading? Are you brand new? All that good stuff. And we'll just catch up.
And I just put that out in the chat so people can have it. And your phone will be blowing up.
Yeah, it already is. I got about
go hire a phone assistant or something. And this is being recorded. If you're watching this recording and you try the number and you didn't get anything, the number's probably been changed or something, because the phone, AT&T or whoever she's with, servers went down.
No. It probably crashed the server for the whole area that I'm at. Somebody asked, where am I located? I'm located in South Florida.
She's right here, Yvette, right here in South Florida. We have our tour ourselves. So, and to let everyone know that Lorraine, myself, Gregory White, Yvette McCrae, we're going to be going on tour, not only in the U.S., but around the world, taking this thing around the world. We're going to be doing trainings, empowering people. So this is what I say to you, right? If there was ever time to be in the right place to take advantage of it, this is the time now to learn how to trade, how to navigate the markets. And also for those of us who have the vision of being an IBO, Lorraine's an IBO, she's helping people learn to take IML from about less than 80,000 people to 1 million people. Lorraine, along with a lot of other great leaders, are going to be a part of that. And you guys can definitely have the opportunity to ride that wave, because, hey, there's going to be a time we're not doing these webinars. We're going to be on some yacht somewhere out in the Mediterranean, kicking back to some island, doing something. So if you don't take advantage of it now, it's going to be hard to catch us. Anyone else got any other questions in there?
Yes. Please send me a text. I know you guys, if you ask me a question in these messages on this chat, when the chat ends, I'm not going to be able to see it. And there's a lot of them for me to reply to. So please send me a text so I could have that, and I could go through them systematically afterwards. Again, I'll give you guys the phone number. I know there's always that one person that never gets it on time.
Exactly.
So for
nobody asks for a loan. She's not a bank, not giving out loans.
No, I'm not a bank. Please don't.
On how to trade. No loan requests.
Yes, please. None of that.
Okay, someone is asking, what strategy do you use? The Wealth Ambassador, what strategy? That's a very general question.
Yes.
Any specific strategy?
Strategy? I wouldn't say that I use a strategy per se. I mainly focus on price action. Maybe that's what they're kind of asking.
Okay.
I focus on price action. What are the candles showing me, and what does that information say? And I translate it. I don't really. Do I have it open? I usually have my charts open. Clearly, I am not prepared to work tonight.
Next webinar, we'll have you on here. We'll have the charts up. Lorraine can do some training. She'll put down. Let me ask you this. Talking about price action trader, right? Do you consider yourself someone who predicts the markets, or like you're saying, price action, you wait for the market to show you and then you react to the market?
You have to do a little bit of both, but I primarily, if we do like a 50-50, I would do a 60-40 split. 60 on the prediction, 40 on the reaction. That's mainly what I would do.
Okay. What about our fundamentals? Any news alerts? Do you watch the news?
Nah. I don't actually. I kind of live under a rock, so.
Okay. Just by the markets, just by what the candles and markets are showing you.
Right. And actually, the move that happened on Bitcoin this weekend, somebody told me it was news related. And I was like, dude, I haven't turned on the TV in I don't know how long. So I definitely didn't catch that.
No CNBC, no forexfactor.com, just watching the charts. Okay. Speaking of Bitcoin, at the time of this recording, what do you foresee happening now? I mean, the cryptocurrencies, they're all over the place. This thing is just like the wild, wild west. From what you've been studying and seeing with cryptos, where do you see this thing going? Not Bitcoin itself. I mean, just the entire industry of, cryptos, the way it's changing the world.
I get that question asked a lot of times, actually. I don't know if you've looked at the Bitcoin chart, but it recently hit its lowest price point ever again. And it has not been able to advance past that point, meaning that we're going to see at least a little bit of, upwards motion for that chart, which is what those buy orders that I'm in right now are. We kind of like ricocheted off that price point since it was the lowest ever. Fundamentally, that would be a shock. And especially since Bitcoin's a little bit more of a fundamental kind of pair, just because it's cryptos, it's like the buzzword. So if it were to get past a certain point, it would be on the news. And then if it's on the news, more people are just like, oh, it's on a discount, let me buy more. But overall, I wouldn't say now would be the time to invest in Bitcoin, but it's always the right time to trade Bitcoin. And there's a big difference. There's a big, big difference. Yeah.
Bing, explain that to the person who's watching this and they say, well, you know what? I heard about Bitcoin, but I heard it's not a good time to get involved at all. Explain that to the new people and the people who are watching this, the difference between, buying the coin purchase and trading.
So buying coins, right? When you buy, or at least when you should have bought Bitcoin, it's before anybody knew about it. Because once everybody knows about it, it's just kind of like an old fad, right? It doesn't really work anymore. And then people are just like, how does that work? Or they lose interest, or everybody already made their money already and they're gone, right? So once you're kind of with the masses in terms of finding out about it, you're kind of late to the party in terms of investing in Bitcoin. Investing in Bitcoin is you go to like an exchange and you're just like, well, I'm going to exchange my US dollar because we're in the US. And I want to change it for some coins. And your money is basically fractions of coins. Right now, a single Bitcoin, I'm going to pull it up for you, is worth $6,000, almost $7,000. So for $7,000, you can have a single coin. If you sold that single coin, you would get $7,000. That's kind of how investing in Bitcoin works. You buy a single coin or portions of a coin because not many people have $7,000 for something like that, right? And from that point on, you would hold and wait for it to succeed. I kind of call that the sitting duck method. That's what I've been calling it. You're kind of just there. Trading it makes you the most money because whether it goes up, down, or sideways, you're always making money. And that's exactly what I'm doing. People are saying, I bought Bitcoin when it was at $20,000 and now it's at $7,000. I lost all my money. I, on the other hand, was trading that. And I made that difference from 20,000 to 7,000. And I was able to capitalize much more than just the mere difference between those two numbers. That's what people don't understand. It's not just the difference. It's also how much you're willing to bet against on that difference. And that's actually how I made a lot more money than people really do from just buying coins from Bitcoin. I think this is where the money's at, truthfully. When people tell me, I bought, like 3 Ethereum coins, I'm just like, you wasted good money. You could have made it so much more.
They could have joined the IML, learn to trade, and take a smaller amount and compound that. Now, I know a question that most people are thinking they probably didn't ask. You made money in the market. Were you able to take it out? Were you able to get the money?
Let me show you. I went to, this is a sneak peek, you know. I went to the Ferrari dealership. It's a brand new one down here. And I went to go custom order. Like I said, it's a little sneak peek. Nobody knows, but you guys are the first, I guess. I went to custom order the Ferrari. And I needed to put down a little portion of it so that I can reserve my spot for the custom order and things like that. I'm not gonna tell you guys how much it is because I don't want nobody asking for a loan. But I'm just gonna show you. I put this on my social media like a mad woman, you know. But I'm just gonna show you guys my photo here.
Boom! Stacks.
And that's all we're gonna say with that. So does it work? Yes. Do you make money? Yes. My bank hates me.
Man, the bank hates you, exactly. Hey, when you get that new Ferrari, come holler at your boy. Pick me up.
Yeah. It's only got 2 seats, so somebody has to fight over the seat.
Hey, congratulations on your success. Once again, you're an inspiration. You're a phenom. The company is thankful to have you. I'm happy to have you as a friend and a business partner. And I know you're going to touch a lot of lives and help a lot of people. And more importantly, you just inspired a lot of people to take a little more time to take this thing serious. Because oftentimes I believe people only do what they believe. And if they don't believe they're going to have success, if they don't believe it's going to work for them, they don't really take advantage of it. And if it worked for you, it could definitely work for others. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, you may not want to buy a Ferrari. You may not want to become a $1 million trader. You may just want to be able to pay off the bills, retire your family, get out of student loan debt, buy that new house, that new car. Just have more options. Whatever it is, I want you to understand that this system can definitely help you learn how to do it. I want to thank Lorraine. A very special thank you. We're going to see you tomorrow night. Who knows? She may be back on this call next Monday night and do a training. So you definitely want to be on here. We do these calls Monday, every Monday night. And stay tuned for more information, more webinars, more live events. As I said, we're going to be traveling all around the world. I want to thank everybody for getting on here. You're the new person who's seen this for the first time. Definitely congratulations on learning this. You just heard information that the majority of people in the world don't even know, not even privy to. Get back with the person who thought enough for you to share this with you. Definitely get started. Get your link. Get into IML Academy. Get into IML TV. Join us. Begin demo trading. Begin learning earning. I want to thank everyone for getting on here tonight. Lorraine, thank you. We'll talk in a little bit. And everyone have a great night. My name is Andre Campbell. As always, I'm willing you prosper in life and in business.
All right. Good night.
But other than that, like I'm the only one in the department that don't really catch colds. I can't remember the last time I had one.
Right.
My Instagram.
That's right.
And guess what's so crazy? They could be around me with